This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
50 years ago, Eckley Miners Village in our area helped make movie magic. We'll take you to Patchtown days there next. Hey friends, it's great to have you back in our studio. I'm Ken Carr. You're enjoying this broadcast in HD on Service Electric Cablevision Channel 513 or in SD on Channel 13, or maybe you're streaming us on the SSPTV YouTube channel or with the Samsung Productions app. Regardless, thanks for watching. Here's your Monday headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. This weekend, people from all over the area converged on the Eckley Miners Village for its annual Patchtown Days. The focus of this year's celebration was the 50th anniversary of the Molly Maguires. The day featured several special events, including a Sean Connery mustache contest and memorabilia and props from the movie that was filmed on site 5 decades ago. Our Sam Lasan Jr. talked with one couple who came from Nesquehoning.
Well, it was raining and we thought this would be a great day to get here before the crowds. So we drove over. My father was a coal miner in Coaldale, or his father was, and I thought it'd be interesting to see an old coal mining town.
What are some of the things you saw today?
We saw everything from the museum up at the beginning, which was very interesting, to some of the old towns or the old homes, how they lived.
How they did laundry.
How they did laundry, how they cooked.
Summer kitchens.
It's been fascinating.
Why do you think it's important to keep the history of this area alive?
Well, if you don't have the history of what's come before you, you have a terrible potential of repeating it. And the way these poor folks had to live was not a very nice situation culturally, and being aware of it hopefully will stop it from happening in the future.
Did you see the Molly Maguires display?
Not yet.
No, we haven't been up there yet.
You know what the Molly Maguires are?
Yes, I do.
And you know it's filmed in this area?
Yes, I do. My great-grandfather had a bullet hole in his headboard above his in his bed. Evidently, they had tried to kill him.
That's history.
I'm assuming he was working in the mines and they didn't want him in the mines.
The weekend also featured a special screening of the film, The Molly Maguires. Meanwhile, one of the displays at Patchtown Days focused on another popular attraction. Rails to Trails will eventually expand near the Eckley Miners Village. Bob Skulski is the executive director of the Greater Hazleton Civic Partnership.
This coming in the near future, I'm not exactly sure the date. It's an archaeology study because part of the new route we're going to be going through an area known as Council Ridge. And there's suspected Indian activity there back, many years ago. So we're required by the state to do the archaeology study. And archaeology study is really mind-boggling. They're going to be digging a hole every 50 foot for almost 2 miles and, checking if there's any artifacts there. And if there is artifacts there, then they have to expand the dig and find out exactly what was there, and it might shift our trail a little bit. But we're excited to be at that point, because once we get that done, then we're going to be able to hopefully get under contract and get the trail built into Eckley, which is going to mean so much for Eckley, the economy of our area, the Hazleton area, and then of course we're heading on down to the Delaware-Lehigh National Heritage Corridor along the Lehigh River, which opens up the trail down to Philadelphia and up to Wilkes-Barre.
Meanwhile, also on Saturday, you had the opportunity to get to know the Pennsylvania State Police. Troop N in Hazleton opened its doors to the public for an event called Come Get to Know Us. Trooper David Peters is the public information officer for the local barracks.
This is our Come Get to Know Us Day. It's an opportunity for the public to come out here to Troop N and just not only meet the troopers in a positive way, but to also see the resources that the state police utilize on a daily basis to help keep them safe or solve any type of criminal incidents that occur.
So what type of things can they see here today?
Unfortunately, the helicopter couldn't land because of the weather, but we have our forensic services unit here. We have a CERT, which most people would consider a SWAT negotiation vehicle. We have our reconstruction unit, our CARS unit, and what they do is they go out and reconstruct fatal collisions. And we have our K9 unit here as well.
This is one of several programs sponsored by the state police to allow the community to become more familiar with the work that they do. Someone purchased a winning Pennsylvania lottery ticket nearly 1 year ago, but the winner has yet to come forward and claim the prize money. The winning Powerball ticket worth $100,000 was purchased on July 15th, 2017. The ticket was sold at Fuel on Butler Drive in Drums. It matched 4 of the 5 white balls drawn and the red Powerball. The winning numbers drawn that day were 9, 40, 63, 64, and 66. The red Powerball was 17. In Pennsylvania, you have 1 year to claim your prize. The lottery advises the ticket holder to sign the ticket and contact the nearest lottery office. 2 nurses from our area are on a mission to ensure safe staffing for all members of their profession. Lisa Sugart has more.
I'm pleased to welcome back to our studios today 2 nurses from our area. Heidi Rohn Stempian is from Benton, and she is an ER nurse, and Ashley Wheel is from Dallas. She also is an ER nurse. They recently took a Nurses Take DC March and Rally effort for safe staffing. They are still continuing their efforts to try to improve the laws in Pennsylvania because there is no law for safe staffing in Pennsylvania, only in California, which I didn't know until these ladies told me this. One of the big concerns you told me, Heidi, is that you're concerned because there is violence because of the staffing numbers.
Yes, so unfortunately, healthcare, nursing has reached one of the top 5 most dangerous professions. This also plays into the safe staffing because a lot of times nurses can be in what we call triage, which is when the patients initially come in by themselves. And there was actually a very serious event that happened in Massachusetts with a nurse named Elise that was attacked and almost killed with a knife. Unfortunately, now she's her life is compromised, but on the upside, the Massachusetts nurses are extremely close to getting their law passed for Massachusetts. But we do not want to wait for a sentinel event like that to happen. We don't want our faces to be the drive to just have this start. So that's why we're trying to hit this before the fire starts.
I guess, is it something, I know you're looking to get something done in Pennsylvania, but is there something that can be done on the national level for all 50 states?
Yes, so there definitely is. Unfortunately, there's a lot of stepping stones that we have to go through, which is why we've been meeting with a lot of our local representatives. We also, when we were in DC, we met with Senator Bob Casey's healthcare legislative aide and the governor as well. A lot of people in just public, the community, they do not realize the issues. They do not realize that on a daily basis, nurses are overtasked, but also that we are attacked, we're threatened, we're verbally abused, physically abused. Our families are threatened. It's an unsafe situation, and it's going to get worse if we don't fix it. Healthcare is broken, and that's why we're trying to fix everything.
I know you told me your entire family is basically involved in nursing, so this is really an issue for your whole family.
It really is. My mother's a nurse, my mother-in-law's a nurse, my husband's a nurse, and my sister's a nurse. So it's safe to say that nursing is a part of me. It's always been a part of me. So trying to make this better for me, but also for the rest of my family and for future generations, because I myself don't have any children, but I know Heidi has a daughter and a son, and if they grow up and want to be nurses, I want to make sure that they're not fighting the same fights 20 years down the road. So we're working really hard to advance the ideas that we've been talking about, safe staffing and violence in healthcare, to prevent future generations from having to come on talk shows and bring this up constantly. We're trying to make sure that a sentinel event doesn't happen again in any other state. I don't want to be the face, I don't want Heidi to be the face of the violence that can happen to you in healthcare.
While these 2 ladies are very concerned about this matter, they also are proud of the profession they do, and the next time we talk with them, they will talk about the many benefits and why they became a nurse.
Thank you, Lisa. Coming up, Ron Marchetti is back, and he brings a new sports trivia question with him, and I have some Little League scores for you in sports. And next, more news from the State Police with our latest installment of Troopers Corner. This is SSPTV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Welcome to Troopers Corner. We're pleased to welcome back Trooper David Peters, who is a public information officer with the Pennsylvania State Police at Troop N. We thought vacation season, perfect time to give some advice if people are going away. First, starting with their home. When they're leaving, what do they do at home to make sure their house stays safe?
Well, there's many different things. Obviously, set the alarm system. Maybe put your lights on a timer. Have someone check your house. Maybe stop delivery for your paper for the week, as well as maybe have your mail forwarded somewhere else. So there's not a big backup of mail in your mailbox, or newspapers on your front porch would lead people to believe that someone's not been home for an extended period of time. Don't post where you're going on Facebook. See a lot of people, hey, I'll be in Bermuda for the next 2 weeks. And you know, it's not too difficult to find people anymore. There's a lot of systems out there with geo-tracking and Google tracking that someone can find your location and you know, break in your house. But again, have your neighbors. Hopefully you have contact with your neighbors and they're aware that you're going away and they're watching for anything strange at your property.
Now, when we are away, what are some tips we can do to stay safe while we are away?
Depending where you are, or I should say basically anywhere you are, know your surroundings, know where you are. If you're outside the United States, understand that different countries have different sets of laws, different things there. Know the areas that you're traveling in. You know, you don't want to wander into an area that's really not resort friendly or tourist friendly, and it's maybe more of a criminal environment. I know most countries and a lot of areas try to, you know, shelter their tourists into certain things. But yeah, know those areas, know what you can buy, know what you're drinking. I know that's been a hot topic with tainted alcohol, that, you know, so understand, pay attention, watch what your bartender is making you. If you go out running in an area and working out, maybe stick to the resort where you know it's safe, and try not to run on the public streets out in the area. But you know, if it's locally within the states, you know, again, know your resorts, hotels, procedures, security, front desk people. If you see something out of the ordinary, you know, contact them.
And if we are somewhere, maybe it's a crowded venue or something, exit's important to pay attention to how you get out in the wake of an emergency.
I think that's important for no matter what you do. I mean, I think we should be a little bit more conscious on what we're doing. Sometimes when we're at those social environments, we kind of let our guard down a little bit, and I think we have seen over the last few years that they may not be the safest places that we once thought they were. So know where to exit, know where to go. Understand that people are going to be unpredictable in those types of situations, and panic is something that you can never plan for. But if you know where you're going and how you're getting out, that's half the battle, because you have a plan.
All right, and lastly, if we're bringing items back, especially from another country, we have to be careful.
Absolutely. Depending on your trip, I would check with the local customs, United States Customs thing, to understand what you're allowed to bring back in, what is taxable. A lot of things aren't allowed to be brought back into the United States, whether that be you know, fresh fruits and vegetables and things like that. Cruises are really good about, I think so are our airports, about being able to what you can bring back and understanding how to fill out those things. But it's your responsibility to know what you need to do to leave this country and re-enter this country, and what you can bring back. And there's a lot of websites out there with U.S. Customs and things like that, so your proper paperwork is there for you.
All right, great information as always. Important information for your safety from the Pennsylvania State Police.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Nice day in downtown Hazleton, and I'm so excited to get to the forecast for this evening. Here it is from the National Weather Service. Actually, clear skies tonight if you want to head out, look at the moon, some of the stars. And then on Tuesday, we can expect a sunny day. We'll have a low of 49 tonight, a little bit cooler. Tuesday, high of 76 degrees. It will be sunny at night, a 20% chance of showers, partly cloudy, lows in the mid-50s. Wednesday, we have a slight chance of showers, a high of 75 degrees, 40% chance of rain. Wednesday night, 60% chance of showers, possibly a thunderstorm. It will be cloudy with a low of 64 degrees, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms on Thursday, mostly cloudy with a high of 81, partly cloudy at night, low of 64 degrees. Friday is sunny with a high of 85 at night, mostly clear, low of 66 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High Food Drive-In, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop by for our ice cream and yogurt, now featuring fat-free, no sugar-added soft frozen yogurt with flavors like vanilla, strawberry, and strawberries and cream. We also have burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more.
For daily hours, call 570-455-5362.
That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazleton, and like us on Facebook.
Let's get some law tips now on SSPTV News.
My name is attorney Alexis Falvello. I am currently of the Falvello Law Firm, and we are located in Cunningham, Pennsylvania. My firm has been serving the needs of the Hazleton area since 1923, when my great-grandfather graduated from law school. It is important for not only my family, but also for this firm to contribute to the Hazleton and surrounding areas. Our firm does that not only through donations, but we also do it through our actions. I'm currently a member of the CVCO board, that's the Cunningham Civic Organization. I'm also a member of the United Charities Board. I'm also a member of the board for Ryan's Ride, and I am also a board member for the Hazleton Chamber of Commerce. It is important for our family to give back to a community that has given so much to us with respect to not only, clients, but friendships and the family sense of community that this Hazleton area has to offer us.
Here's your midday winning lottery numbers for Monday. And remember, for that game that was played on July 15th of 2017, Powerball, the winning numbers were 9, 40, 63, 64, and 66. If you have the ticket, turn it in. Time is running out. We'll be back with sports.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
The boys and girls of summer are back. Let's get right to our SSPTV standard speaker scoreboard and results from the District 18 Little League 10 to 12-year-old tournament. Freeland limited West Hazleton to 1 hit as Gavin Perkowski, Carson Chambers, and Darian Harshak were great on the mound. Brandon Hinkle went the distance for Tamaqua as they beat Hazleton 15-6. Chase Andrews had 2 home runs for Tamaqua. Francisco Pelier went yard twice for Hazleton. So West Hazleton and Hazleton fall to the losers bracket to face teams to be determined. Freeland and Tamaqua stay in the winners bracket, and Freeland will play at Tri-County today, and Tamaqua is at Jim Thorpe. Valley West blanked Towamensing, and they'll play host to Hazel Township today. Anthracite beat Franklin Township, so they move on and will visit Valley East again. This is a double elimination tournament. Down in District 24, Cressona beat Northern Schuylkill, and Shenandoah topped SPN. That's St. Clair, Port Carbon, and New Philadelphia. Monoy City beat Pine Grove by a run, and they do pool play in District 24. Rochester and the Rail Riders split 2 games over the weekend. The rubber match on Sunday was suspended because of rain. They will complete that game on July 20th. Or 30th, I think. Joe Madden's Cubs were swept by the Reds over the weekend, and now I'm very excited to introduce Ron Marchetti with his Trivia Treat segment.
58 years ago, in 1960, Floyd Patterson became the first boxer to regain the heavyweight title by knocking out Sweden's Ingemar Johansson in the 5th round of a championship fight at the Polo Grounds in New York City. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Trivia Treats on this June 25th. Patterson captured the crown in 1956 at the age of 21 by defeating Archie Moore, but lost it as a 5-1 favorite on June 26, 1959, 59 years ago tomorrow, by the hands of Johansson by a TKO in the 3rd round. At that time, Patterson was the youngest heavyweight champion in history, a mark he will hold until Mike Tyson took the crown at age 20 in 1986. Patterson will defend his title in a rematch with Johansson in 1961, but Floyd lost it in a 1st-round knockout to Sonny Liston in 1962. Switching to baseball. On this day in 1957, 61 years ago, only weeks after graduating from high school, 18-year-old Cardinal pitcher Lindy Von McDaniel hurled a 2-hit shutout in his first big league start to defeat the Brooklyn Dodgers 2-0 at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. 5 days later, Von McDaniel pitched his 2nd consecutive shutout, both complete game. So in his first 2 games, at age 18, McDaniel pitched 2 straight 9-inning shutouts. I remember that well back in 1957, when there were only 16 major league teams, 8 in each league, with no West Coast teams. At 11 p.m., all Major League Baseball games were over. Vaughn McDaniel pitched his first 18 innings without allowing a run while giving up only 4 hits. Vaughn looked like he was headed for greatness. However, he quickly developed arm trouble. His arm went dead. His major league career abruptly ended as a 19-year-old pitcher with a 7-5 record and a 3.45 ERA in 88 and 2/3 innings. By 1959, he will give up pitching while in the minor leagues in an attempt to make it back to the majors as a third baseman. Vaughn McDaniel would remain in the minors until 1966. At age 27, staying with baseball, last Friday in 1942, the Yankee Clipper Joe DiMaggio struck out 3 times in one game. It was the only time Joe D ever struck out 3 times in one game in his entire baseball career. Aaron Judge of this year's Yankees struck out 3 times in one game, 6 times in 75 games. Mother of God. And since I was not here on Friday, I want to wish a belated happy 50th anniversary to a good friend who was the 1957 Scotty Roman Award winner as an outstanding basketball and baseball athlete, Fran Livinati, and his wife, Jackie. Make this week a good one, and I'll see you right back here on Friday. Till then, be a good sport and stay loose.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's Talk of the Town. There will be a benefit for Shirley Goldman of Hazleton on July 6th from 1 to 5 p.m. at Greenleaf Gallery and Gift Shop in Beaver Meadows. For more information, you can call 857-221-5348. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send our sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. John Scott Lusk of Drums. The Butler Chapel of the Crofton Hughes Funeral Home will announce their arrangements. Sharon K. Rogue of Whitehaven. Funeral Saturday at 11 a.m. at St. John Evangelical Lutheran Church in Hazleton. Friends may call Saturday from 10 to 10:45 a.m. at the church. The Frank J. Bonham Funeral Home in Hazleton is in charge of arrangements. Regina F. Skripko of Davenport, Florida, who passed away on March 2nd. A burial service will be held Saturday at 11 a.m. at Mountain View Cemetery in West Hazleton. Local arrangements are by the Turnbach Funeral Home in Hazleton. Rebecca J. Tyler of Hazleton. A graveside service will be held Friday at 1 p.m. at St. John's Lutheran and UCC Cemetery in St. John's. The Hazel Chapel of the Crofton Hughes Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. And today we remember Billy Evanko. Happy birthday in heaven, forever loving and missing you, Charlotte. Attention pay-per-view subscribers! If you see your name now on SSPTV News, you can call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Today's winner is Jason Gagola of Sugarloaf Township. Call now and leave a message at 570-455-7267 extension 104 for your free movie.
Our friends at Bold Gold Media are having a big event tomorrow night. They'll have some national personalities as well from the news. Our Lisa Sugart will be there. She'll do a much better job of talking and reporting than I do. And then, of course, there's the Hazleton Power Q&A downtown Hazleton. Learn about how you can help your area, 6 p.m. at Lackawanna College. Also tomorrow, out of left field, Hazleton Night Special at PNC Field. We're getting ready for that. August 3rd in Music. That's coming soon to SSPTV. I'm done. I obviously need a break. It's only Monday. Hey, I'll see you again tomorrow, though. Take it easy, everyone.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.